for a touchback. Play action. It's Fields. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Fields. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were quite formidable on the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Fields. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They snap it to Fields. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Here we go, here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
11.
Moore, the man in motion.
11 mighty.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 33 yards that time. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
The Falcons at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint. 11.
Moore, the man in motion.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. Twelve, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12.
Now it's Burrow. And he is caught by Lamb. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the
11
loss.
MT, 11 MT.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
12, 12. 11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Joe Burrow scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Falcons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Off play action, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Running the slant, that's Hooper. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. 12. Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Burrow. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Burrow's throw complete there to Moore. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 12. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Moore, the man in motion. 11. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Empty, take 12. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 22 yards there, a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Get set. Stop.
Mixon will try the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Gun.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
11,
And the slot man goes in motion left.
11.
On 2nd down and 4. Burrow. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here we go.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
12. 11, Thomas.
Now Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
11. They gotta go. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play.
Here we go.
But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
11 empty tank.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, That's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Johnson's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go, set!
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points.
Here we go.
I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
11, 11, 11. 11, Tommy. 11, 11, 11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow to the right side, and he's got more complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Here we go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. His pass caught at the 4.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Hey, can.
They'll give it to Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
Burrow going to keep it himself.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Joe Burrow.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back to throw, Fields.
He's going to take another shot here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked on, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Burrow looking to pass. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Mixon running wide side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They find some open field here.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Burrow.
And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow, flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Johnson's kick is good. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. This complete to Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap. Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Fields throwing again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Off play action, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, Fields. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Chris Olave, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. So two scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. So two scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
11-90.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
First down. Here's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. David Njoku. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalist not overly excited about that.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Chris Olave with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.